Tony, I love me some color. I'm excited to put these colored lights up this year.
Yeah, I can tell just by the shirt you're wearing you love you some color.
They kind of match, right?
They do a little bit, but you know, we have to focus. We are getting ready for the Christmas tour. This is the 4th year in a row we've done a Christmas tour. We have to get the studio just right. You know, Kayla's going to judge us.
I'm surprised she even entrusted us to do this.
I absolutely am going to judge you because I don't know if that's what we were thinking when I said decorate the showroom and okay, well, Elizabeth and I will tackle that later.
She said color.
I thought it looked good.
You guys, there's a lot of decorations, and remember, we have a big tour. We have 4 subdivisions and 15 homes. We need to get this done.
Absolutely.
Hey, have you seen the new icicle lights?
Those are pretty cool.
These things are so great. I love these.
Yeah.
I saw them downtown on the landing on one of the new buildings, and I just had to get them.
Those things are awesome.
Yeah.
Tony,
Okay.
I've been looking for those for my house. Where did you find
Yeah,
those
I
at?
can't find them.
I told you I was downtown on the landing on one of the new buildings, and I had to have them.
I don't.
Man, this is bad.
All right,
Oh,
hold up.
busy.
Don't forget, we've got the bears here. Come on. Here we go.
Christy gets the bears off his mind.
I know you're a Bears fan, but I think you're getting a little carried away with this right now.
Well, this is a clever guise to hide the Christmas pickle because I know Tony doesn't like it, so I'm gonna figure out how to hide it.
Pickle, we're doing it again. Pickle.
You know, none of us like the Christmas pickle.
Oh, hey, Tony, hey.
Okay, well, yep.
Did I hear pickle?
No.
Okay, got the poinsettia, but you know, I had to go through 17 boxes, just like Griswold's did, and this is the only one that came out. So do you want them or not really?
Yeah, let Elizabeth and I take it over from
Yeah.
here. We'll get this all fixed.
Kinda like
Okay.
Thank you.
We're gonna go so quick, so quick.
It's going to
Thank
be
you for
such
the
a
help.
big deal. Yep.
It is.
Okay.
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We have been building custom homes for almost 2 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and also tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
It was a lot of fun decorating, and we are so excited. Welcome back to Between the Studs. We are full of Christmas spirit today, and that's what this show is all about. We're about Christmas, traditions, and we have a Christmas home tour to tell you about.
Yeah, we really do love Christmas, as you can tell. We've done over 10 shows about Christmas out of the 120 shows that we've done. I still like the memories, all the different things that we kind of reminisce about. I wonder if there's any way we can get that in the show today, too.
You know, I like a lot of the history we've talked about with all the traditions, not only locally, but around the world over those 10 episodes.
Like that, too.
I wonder if we can get some of that in there.
You know, I love that our Christmas tours, we've incorporated trees, and we've had almost like a festival of trees with these tours and some voting. I love trees and decorating. It was always my favorite part growing up, so that's what I love about this time.
Well, it's going to be a fun weekend full of Christmas. We have 15 homes in the tour located in 4 different subdivisions.
Tony, I think we could incorporate all of these ideas into one show today. Maybe hit some highlights, but we got to get moving quickly if we're going to get this all in.
Okay, Gail, do you think that we can get our staff to decorate all those trees again like we did the year before and the year before that?
I would definitely think so. It's everyone's favorite time of the year. It's work, but it's a lot of fun, so we'll get them going.
Hey, and for all of you that love the Christmas pickle as much as I do, don't worry, we will incorporate it again into this show.
No.
You said that we weren't
You are
doing
not
that
going to want to miss out. Make sure you
anymore.
stay tuned.
Well, your first stop on the Granite Ridge Builders Christmas Tour is Lakes of Leo Creek. This is a new community by Granite Ridge Builders in Leo off of Hostler Road, just west of Amstutz Road. In this community, we have 5 homes available for you to view.
Are all those furnished?
These are furnished. We have
Wow.
3 villa homes available for sale. We have a gorgeous 1.5-story home. And then we have our main model, which is our modern farmhouse.
That's the best.
Must
You
see.
can almost spend the day there.
You don't want to miss this beautiful home. It's got the white exterior. It's a 1.5-story, a lot of space. And this home will be all decorated for Christmas, so it'll really put you in the mood this weekend for Christmas. Now, my favorite part of this home is the master bathroom. It's full of character. The designers did a wonderful job. I love the penny tile on the floor. It's very unique. The subway tile in the shower with a dark grout and the nice glass door. And then the vanity has a quartz countertop with a lot of movement through that, and then a tile accent.
And the closet, don't forget about the
Oh,
closet.
the closet.
Storage.
Yes.
The thing that was so fascinating about this home to me is after you got to experience the whole first level, second level, there is still a lower level to explore. And it's not just, ready, it is finished.
Yeah.
You've got a complete bedroom suite down there, you've got a complete kitchen down there. It is just beautiful, wonderful. It just continues to impress no matter where you go in the home.
And as you talk about the kitchen in the basement, as beautiful as that is, it is nothing compared to this open concept kitchen on the main level.
Oh, yeah.
Our decorators have done a fantastic job of mixing wood species. So there's some alder wood highlights with some painted maple cabinetry. The countertop there has some beautiful movement with an arched kind of overhang bar area. It's open to the nook with built-in bookshelves and to the amazing great room with a beautiful coffered ceiling. So much to see in just that one space.
Yeah, I can almost promise you, this Christmas weekend, you have to come out and see this house. It is a must-see. What I like so much is what you've done with the outdoor living. It has a front porch that you will be amazed at. Besides that, it's got a rear porch, and I love the fire pit, the big open area. The outdoor living is a must-see also.
The gas line to that's beautiful too. Easy to turn it off and on too.
Turn it on, s'mores, you got it.
Well, speaking of fireplace, what about the interior fireplace in the great room? It is absolutely gorgeous, and it is so cozy in this space. I love the raised hearth and the stone accent. We have wonderful built-ins on either side with some floating shelves as well as shiplap, which is everybody's favorite right now, and some two-tone species of wood like you had mentioned in the kitchen. So it brings everything together. I love fireplaces for the holidays too. It really makes it feel so nice in this Christmas season.
I have been known in the past to kind of pretend to be the big guy. I am one of Santa's helpers, and that is one of the questions that the kids give all the time. That they ask is, I don't have a fireplace. How are you going to get in, Santa? or they're just wondering what's going to go on and how it all happens. Well, it was a couple years ago we sat around and we talked about this, and Izzy and I had a conversation all about the traditions of the fireplaces and stockings. I think maybe we should take a look at that.
That's a good
That'd be a
memory.
lot of fun.
Take a look at this modern fireplace that we were still able to figure out how to decorate it and make it look wonderful for the holiday season.
It's funny how important the fireplace really is when it comes to the holiday season in St. Nick. You know a little bit about that, right?
Oh, I love the story of St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas was actually a real person. He was a bishop in what would be modern-day Turkey. And in his small village, there was a man who had 3 daughters, and they were not very well off. And so in that time, of course, you had to give a dowry in order for your daughters to be married. And so he was so poor, he thought his daughters would never get married. St. Nicholas heard about this, and he was rich, actually, because when his parents died, when at a very early age, they left him a great inheritance of money. So he took some of his gold and had a nice bag of gold and dropped it down the fireplace, and it actually landed in a stocking, which they had hung up there to dry out. And that's where everyone began to have this idea of putting stockings by the fireplace.
And also that kind of starts with how St. Nicholas or Santa came down the fireplace as well.
Very much on cue.
There's so much that's going on with the fireplaces anymore when it comes to, because like you said, we have a modern one here with no mantle that we designed one for it. There's also a lot of the wood beam mantles right now. We're seeing a lot of very intricate painted mantles. We're seeing the nice legs going down both sides, and that's just right around the firebox. We haven't even talked about the hearth.
And the hearth room, again, a wonderful addition to a place where you've actually, for some of our floor plans, we've got it where the fireplace actually faces 2 different sides. So you've got 2 different spaces to decorate, 2 different spaces to be able to enjoy the fire.
There's so many great reasons to come out to see all of the houses on tour, but I think one of my favorite reasons is all the trimscaping. Trim is a huge trend right now in different fashions. So we talked about the modern farmhouse and how much trim was in that house with the built-ins and the shiplap and everything like that. But there's a lot of different ways to do trimscaping in our other homes that we have too. So what are a few of your favorite houses that have the trimscaping?
I really like one of the houses in Canyon Bay that we have painted trim and stained doors. So you got this really nice combination that's not seen everywhere yet. It's a really pleasant thing to see.
And speaking of doors, Izzy, Kayla has introduced about, 40 doors in our showroom that you can physically touch, feel, and try to imagine that in your house, and they're all styles now.
Absolutely.
Colors, styles, that's a must-see, and if not, at least come to our showroom and take a look at your new doors that you've introduced.
Absolutely. The showroom is a great place to see all of the trimscaping, and there's a lot of different things besides doors that we have with trimscaping. We have different ceiling ideas and a lot of crown molding in some of these houses too.
And I like a lot of the houses have built-in lockers, which is really popular. We even have a nook that has a built-in bench and bookcases, which is a great accent in any home.
You know, speaking of memories, I remember when you and Lonnie talked about this blue Christmas tree, but you kind of talked about our Trimscaping. Why don't we look at that real quick? It's a really funny memory for me.
Wow,
Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, what do you think about this? Look at that.
Wow, this is different. I think I'm going to stick with green.
Oh, but as the song says, I won't have a blue Christmas without you.
Okay.
Hey, you mentioned trimscaping or interior trim. What did you mean by that as being one of your favorite subjects this year?
Well, we've solved the empty box syndrome. So taking a plain, dull house and adding a lot of wow with trimscaping. This could be a nice crown molding, wider baseboards. You could do wainscoting, things like a barn door.
I remember that show.
Remember that?
Let's reflect.
Okay.
So another perfect reason to come out to this tour is with so many homes that we have in the tour, you're going to see all kinds of different trends that we've incorporated into all of these different houses. For me, the trend is still custom tile showers, and we have a wide variety in every house to be able to see as you go on this tour.
I love the trend that there's so many different finishes that are stylish right now. So you're going to see houses with nickel trim, bronze trim. You're going to even see some with gold hardware and trim. So all of those can have a totally different style, and that's why there's so many houses on this tour to be able to get a feel of all of those, and I love that.
And I think that's my favorite thing about this whole tour. We have 15 homes that are all completely different. It's not like you're going in and seeing the same home 3 or 4 times over. They're all different, and they're all taking some of the trends that you're talking about, and some of them, they're just mixing them together, and it all looks good.
It does. So true.
Well, I love some of the little details when it comes to the trends. And one of those, you mentioned tile showers, but what about tile backsplashes?
Oh, yeah,
A
absolutely.
lot of inspiration on this tour.
One of the trends that I'm not very happy about is this elf on the shelf. I'm just telling you, I've been talking forever about the Christmas pickle and hiding it and trying to have people find it. And come along this elf on the shelf that Elizabeth talks about,
Yeah.
and everyone wants to follow that trend instead of mine. I'm not sure what's going on.
That was a good show, too.
It was.
We listened to Izzy or we listened to Elizabeth. What
Let's
are we
see.
going to do here?
Let's watch.
Let's put it that way. Ladies, I have a question for you. I have been all over the north side of Fort Wayne trying to find someone to host my pickle in their tree. Would you please, pretty please, I'll get down on one knee. Can I host my pickle in this beautiful painting tree?
The elf on the shelf.
This is something newer. This is kind of a ploy when you have children. What happens is the elf reports to Santa Claus, so you can't touch him. Every night he leaves, he talks to Santa Claus, so he'll report if your kids were bad or good, and then he'll come back. Sometimes he gets into mischief, but he's always in a different spot.
Well, that probably would have worked pretty good when I had little kids at home, too.
It sure would have. Well, next up on the Granite Ridge Builders Christmas Tour is Canyon Bay. Canyon Bay is on the northwest side of Fort Wayne off of Gump Road. And we have 3 homes in there for you to see on this tour. Quite a variety, a lot of exciting plans. We have ranches and we have a 1.5 story, a basement, just about anything you
All
can
of them
imagine.
furnished, too, correct?
Furnished, yes.
See, that's amazing.
You know, this subdivision, you definitely want to get one of these spec homes, or it's almost full up. And so that's what's really great is the subdivision is almost done. It's very established, and these last few that are left are really great homes.
And it's one street.
Exactly.
That's the beautiful
Super
thing
nice.
about that
Quiet.
addition. It's just one street.
What you're going to see out here too is the larger pantries, the larger kitchens. It's really this wonderful thing that makes cooking so wonderful in these kind of homes and floor plans.
I think one big thing that's changed is your eating areas. You know, now we're in mainly nooks, very few dining rooms, but we do have some. But these are mainly big open islands, breakfast bars that are about as long as a mile. So I think that's what I think you're going to see in this Christmas parade.
I think the beauty of that, Tony, is now open concept allows everybody to kind of come together for the holidays. You're not sectioned off in different rooms in the house. Open concept allows you to expand and everybody sit together and really enjoy the holiday together.
JR, you're just talking about all the gathering areas and where everyone's sitting at. Let's talk about the real meat and potatoes of it, which is the meat and potatoes of it. Talking about the food and everything that's there and all the gathering. And really, that's where your true memories of family are around those tables and those nooks and those islands. And Izzy, I remember you had a really nice segment a few years ago talking about that.
That was a little different on his food that he was talking about, but this would be a good memory. You're right.
I would like to watch.
Food is a huge part of the Christmas tradition in my house. We actually usually celebrate a Christmas ham, but that's not the same around the country, actually. There's different traditions for different places. Like if you go to New England, you might have a lumberjack pie. If you go to Louisiana, you might have a Creole gumbo. Or what was the other one I heard? If you go to Hawaii, actually they have a teriyaki turkey that they roast over an open flame.
Sounds amazing.
Lots of different food traditions.
Yes. Well, does the food tradition have anything to do with the pickle that you've been carrying around?
No, the Christmas pickle actually doesn't have to do with food, but it is a fun one. In my house, the Christmas pickle is something that Christmas morning you wake up and the first person to see the Christmas pickle actually gets an extra gift. But I was always told it was an old German tradition. Turns out in Germany they'd never heard of it. So basically it came down to when people would do the ornaments, you know, with the apples and the figs and the oranges and different things like that for their holiday trees. A pickle salesman tried to get in on it, made up the story, and decided to come up with the tradition of the Christmas pickle.
Well, this weekend, be sure and stop out at Saddle Creek Estates in Grable. This is in the Leo School District, located off of Whitmer Road between Page and Schwartz Road. Now, if you're looking for ideas, inspiration, and especially if you need a home now, this is the next stop you need to make. We will have 8 homes open, and you'll see just about everything. We have ranch homes. We have a great 2-story home with a 3-car garage on a basement. We have outdoor living. Some of these sit on ponds. And of course, 2 of these are villa homes. So if you don't want to shovel your snow this Christmas, this is the place for you to go.
And when you think of Christmas, Saddle Creek Estates out in Grable is one of the most picturesque places you can find.
It is.
Talk about a postcard waiting to happen. If you go out there and take a picture this winter of your home with the open fields, with the trees out there, you're talking just absolute perfect Christmas.
Izzy, we need a sleigh and a horse to take them around in that subdivision.
That sounds great.
We're talking a lot about traditions and memories in this show, and I don't think there's a bigger tradition than decorating the Christmas tree. That is what most people think about when they think about Christmas. It's so funny this time of year as we're designing custom homes for clients. We really focus on what room the Christmas tree is going to go in, how tall of ceiling heights they need for their 10, 12-foot Christmas tree. And they're going to see some great examples of ways they can incorporate this tree into all these homes that we have out there, right, Tony?
And right now we have so many homes out there because we pre-planned this. We had a feeling that there was going to be a demand, so we have 7 different floor plans all within about a 2-block radius of each other where you can see ranches, you can see split bedrooms, you can see we have it all right there and all within 2 blocks of each other.
You know, the traditions of the Christmas tree are so memorable, and it's really fun to be able to take a look and say, how did we get some of these traditions that we do today? I mean, where did they come from? And we did a lot of research and really bringing back those memories and the history of the Christmas tree, and we did that a couple of years ago, and why don't we take a look at what that was? JR, my favorite part about Christmas definitely has to be decorating Christmas trees and all of the ornaments. I love all the ornaments. You know, my family, we always had a Christmas tree, a nice one upstairs, and then a fun kids one downstairs, and it was just so much fun. I got attached to all the little ornaments that we'd pull out. I always picked my favorite every single year.
We have a tradition in my house where I get being a Notre Dame fan, the new Notre Dame ornament every year, so I've got every part of campus, I think, on my Christmas tree at home.
That's so much fun. Now, do you know how the history of ornaments started, why we started doing this?
I have no idea.
Well, you know, in the 1500s, they would bring out Christmas trees and they would decorate them with lights. In the 1600s, they brought them indoors and started decorating them with paper roses and nuts and sweets and candles. And after people saw that, everyone always had to outdo each other. So they always brought more things that sparkled, some tinsel. That's how that got started. Everyone just wanted to outdo each other, and so that's how we got Christmas ornaments. And the big Christmas ornament that was very popular was fruit. tube. And that's how we got the round bulbs and things like that. So it's so much fun, and I love decorating with all these ornaments.
Well, that story kind of ties into what I like, which is the lights on the Christmas tree. That makes a lot of sense because back in the late 1800s, they used to actually put candles and light them and put them into the Christmas trees. As you can imagine, that was a pretty big fire hazard. So back in 1885, actually in a Chicago hospital, one burned down because the candles on the tree caught fire. So in 1895, Ralph Morris invented the more traditional Christmas light that we know today, and that's how they came about.
Well, next on the tour is Villas of Forest at Foxwood. This is located northeast Fort Wayne at the corner of Wheelock and Flutter Roads. You'll enter through Foxwood Passage. We have some spectacular homes available here. We're going to have 2 homes open on this tour. And don't forget, we have 4 big homes coming. They're a little secret right now, but they are coming, 4 other homes. So these 2 villas will not disappoint. They show you a little bit of everything from unique floor plans to tall ceilings,
Outdoor
living, and of course they sit on some beautiful lots.
You know, there's so much to talk about when you look at these homes, and especially the color schemes. We've really tried to design each home with a different color scheme because everyone likes something a little bit different. And I love the question when people come, well, what color do you use in your spec or model homes? I'm like, well, take a look at the Sherwin-Williams deck. It could be any one of them. We never use the same one twice if we can. It's all about what goes with that palette. And so I know we've tried to do from interior and exterior, from both sides of it. So we have different color schemes. We have greens going, blues going, neutrals, grays, something for everybody, because we know that it really is important to be able to express yourself with color.
And Kayla, that's sometimes the confusion with villa lifestyle. People think that they have to be structured and only choose from a set amount of colors or exterior designs or floor plans. With these villas, you own the lot, you own the home, you get to design it any way that you want and still get all the benefits of having snow removal, yard maintenance, and mowing. It's really, really an amazing system, an amazing product for a lot of people.
It is.
Another fascinating thing is people sometimes ask about color schemes and they're just talking about the walls. But there are so many different aspects that we're adding and incorporating colors too, because our decorators are brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
And they're putting color into cabinets, and they're putting colors into the trimscaping, and they're just finding new and unique ways to really accent all these pieces, and all of these homes have it.
Remember the color we did in the ceiling at the next step? I mean, just things like that you don't even think about.
Well, color does play a huge part in a home, from the exterior to the interior, but it also plays a huge part in the Christmas tradition. So I bet you we can find out one fact that you didn't know in one of our past episodes.
Christmas time, there's a lot of significance with color. Now, I'm colorblind. Some of you guys knew that in the audience, and I always kind of thought it was a cruel joke because we got, green and red.
You want to try that again? You mean red and green.
Yeah.
The significance as far as the color goes, those are 2 complementary colors on the color wheel, so they work perfectly together. So it's not really a cruel joke. I'm sorry that you can't see those colors, but they are really beautiful on the trees.
Now also, there is some significance back in the old days of what they thought on the color. For instance, round right here with bulbs, okay, apples. They used to have apples originally that they would hang on trees, and that was the significance of the fall of Adam, eating the apple, obviously. Also, the color red, they have berries that are red. The color red represented the blood of Jesus dying on the cross for our sins. So I thought that was interesting. Now, green is everlasting life. They also looked forward to spring. So it was the coming season, everlasting life. So that's why you've got evergreen trees, and we do have a lot of color in the green.
One thing that I love about all of our tours, but I especially love is the Christmas tour, is because you can come out and get all kinds of great ideas about how to design your home for the different times of the year.
Absolutely. I think one of the most popular requests of ideas is for flooring ideas. It's a really big part of your home, a really large investment. Everyone wants to see what's the latest trend, what's going to hold up well with my family, what kinds of products are out there. And so each home is going to be something different for you to take a look at.
I'm guessing hard surface is in though.
Absolutely. Carpet is usually just in the bedrooms, and we've done that in a lot of these homes as well. So between carpet, plank, tile, and flooring is also showers and backsplashes. So all of that is in a lot of these homes to take a look at.
Lighting is going to be what really truly sets the tone for any home, though.
yes.
And you're going to see some wonderful options out on this tour. Different ideas from different tones of mixed metals. Lots of different things to see that'll set the lighting tone for your
I think
home.
Izzy had a bright idea.
Oh.
Get it? Oh.
Oh, Tony.
Izzy, in these tours, we get people that are in all stages of the process. So before they get to lighting, they're looking at this tour as ways to get ideas on the floor plan itself. Room sizes, dimensions, layouts. This is a great opportunity to get a feel for how you want to incorporate room sizes and spaces into your new home.
Well, it's December, we live in Indiana, it's cold and the snow is flying. I know there's a lot of renters out there who park outside. There's people who have a small garage and they use it for storage and they have to park outside. Well, this is the perfect tour for you because we have oversized 2-car garages, we have 3-car garages. So come visit us.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to park outside?
Not me, that's for
If you've
sure.
ever debated about whether you want an existing home or a new home, I encourage you to come out and see us. We will show you how the energy efficiency of those homes is second to none. And like Izzy keeps telling people, the natural gas this year is down 30%. So you can heat these homes for very, very little. So we encourage you to come out and take a look at that.
Now, one thing, when you do come out, look for poinsettias.
Oh.
We're going to put poinsettias on the front of every one of the homes that we're going to have
Just like
open for
this.
this Christmas tour. You see the poinsettia, that's just our way of saying welcome. Come on in, we love to see you. And there's a really interesting story about poinsettias, and we did it in a Christmas show a few years ago. I think that deserves another watching.
Good idea.
Lonnie, we have a fun holiday tradition that involves poinsettias. Now, I know a little bit, I think you know some too. Here's what I do know. The poinsettia was named after Joel Roberts Poinsettia. Back in 1825, he was the USA ambassador to Mexico. And he had a greenhouse in South Carolina. Loved the plant, took it back in his greenhouse and started sending it to people during the holidays. Now, I heard you have a legend of why they call this the poinsettia and why it is so important for Christmas.
You're right, Tony. There's a Mexican legend about a little girl named Pepita, and she was very poor, and it was Christmas time, and she wanted to bring a small gift to Jesus. And so she was depressed. Her brother saw that, and he says, don't worry, even the smallest gift would be acceptable to Jesus. And so along the road they went, and she found these weeds. She literally picked up the weeds. She took them to the church, very embarrassed, I might add. But they say this, the minute she took them into the church and she laid them on the altar, they turned into this incredible, beautiful plant, the poinsettia.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
red leaves are for Jesus' blood, and the white ones are for purity.
That's a really fun fact.
Yeah, it's cool.
Just based on everything we've talked about today, guys, there are so many good reasons to come out and take a look at this tour to see all the different available homes. I cannot think of a better Christmas gift than a brand new house to start new memories in this holiday season.
Please visit us this weekend. For more information about the tour, you can go to graniteridgebuilders.com or give us a call here at the office, 490-1417. But a reminder, this Christmas tour is free. So stop on out.
Something at Christmas?
Yes,
It's free.
something for free. We have 15 homes in the tour, and these are 15 of our best floor plans, so you won't be disappointed. Just a reminder, this weekend we hope to see you.
The next best place to come to after the tour is going to be Granite Ridge the next week because we might have Santa here and some special treats. So coming and visiting our 15,000 square foot showroom where all of these home designs have started is going to be on your next stop after the tour.
And one of the things that's been a part of our tradition too has been singing to close the show. And I'll tell you, we do love the Christmas Carol, and sometimes it doesn't sound too bad.
And if you notice the really good ones, Izzy's not singing in.
I think we should take a look at some of these closings that we've done in the past.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Guys, we want to thank you for spending part of your day with us. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please just pick up the phone, give us a call, visit the website below. Even better yet, come out to any one of these amazing 14 homes. We can't wait to hear your feedback.
I love trains.
Awesome.
Let's say it to the audience. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.